Hello. Today what I wanted to do is show you some survival rifle options. Now these are all compact and you can fit them in a backpack. One is in this case right here, and this case I have two others. Now these are rifles that I have shot a lot, and I want to go over a couple features of each one and do a little bit of shooting out here as well. So enjoy and let's have fun. So we're going to open this up first. Like I said, these all will fit in a backpack, but I just have these gun cases, so that's why I have them in here. But right here we have the US survival rifle. This is 22 LR. Now this one here I've shot a lot, got a couple videos of it. I'm going to go over that. And now what else I have in here? Is the Chiappa Little Badger. This is a 22 Magnum. I've got the sun shining right there. And it's bright. Man. In this case, what I have is the Savage 64 Takedown. This is actually the case it comes in right here. And this one here is one of my favorite now. I'm really liking this. I have the Savage 64 as well, but this Takedown, it's sweet. So there's the Savage 64, and there's the barrel. Now, I had painted this. I did a video on a quick paint job, and as you see, I really like how this turned out. I did put a red dot on this. I'm not sure if it's sighted in. I sighted it at one point, but then I put a new rail on it, so I'm not sure if it's going to hit its mark right now or not. But this simply goes in like this, pushes down, and you screw it on. Now these sights, the iron sights, are on. So if this did mess up, I can always take it off and use the iron sights. So I love that option. But this thing is one of my favorite right now. Henry survival rifle. This here will float. I have not tried it, but I've seen videos. For a little bit, eventually water can get into it. But this just pops off. I have a piece of paracord in there. I use as a sling. Just going to put that in my pocket. This is the receiver right here. I'm going to just put that in. Just slides right in like this. And then on the bottom, I tighten it up. And you just snug it up. I also have the barrel I'm trying to hold in. I pressed against my body so it doesn't fall out. Normally what I'll do is I'll put the barrel on first. But there's the barrel right there. Now there's that one little pin. That pin goes in this slot. So you just put that in there. Now you can pull back the action a little bit until it's flush like this. And then tighten it up. And just snug it on. Now that one is ready as soon as I put the butt cap back on. And it also comes with 2 magazines. Snap this back on. Now the Savage and this Henry are both semi-automatics. There we go. That there is a sweet rifle. I love the weight. It's very lightweight. The Savage 64 is a little bit more but they're both lightweight and a joy to shoot. Now this one here is the little Badger. Now this is modified. I've got a lot of mods on this here to make it look different, but this thing is working sweet. I've got a new type of sight on this, as well as a thread protector, a hammer extender, butt plate, you know, the pistol grip, foregrip. You know, there's just, I've done a lot to this, but it's a simple breakdown, single shot. Now, the others are semis. As a hunter, usually I only need one shot. Very rarely do I miss on that first shot. I've hunted ever since a teenager with a 12 gauge, you know, single shot. I've used bolt action 22s and so on. So that first shot is pretty much all you need. This here, this has gotten small game for me. The other two I've not hunted with yet. So this here are the three that I own. Little Badger, Henry, and the Savage 64. Now I've had to do mods to the Henry. I can't remember if it was shooting too high or too low. But I had to mod the back sight and I had to mod the front sight. I actually had to cut the front sight down. I cut about 1/8 of an inch off the front sight just so I could work with the rear sight. It was, yeah, it was kind of frustrating, but I've got it tuned in pretty good now and it's working well. This one here, I had to actually take the riser out of the back sight for this to hit well. Now it's hitting where it's supposed to, but if I put it in one, then it's off. And so I had to modify that. This one, I had to put a whole different iron sights on it. New front sight plus back sight for this to work. But now they're all shooting on. Now I've not shot these in a little bit. These two here, we'll see if they're still on. But this one, I'm not sure if the red dot's on or not. We're going to test it out. So this is a 22 mag, like I said. Got a target up there. You're going to take one shot. I'm going to take one shot with each, just to see where they're hitting. Now this one here has a very, very light trigger. The Henry survival rifle, that's got a hard trigger. I've actually pulled, like squeeze, and then I'd stop and go, geez, is the, safety on? Nope, just got to squeeze harder. It's, yeah, it's a rather stiff trigger. Wow, that was loud. Has an ejector. It doesn't spring out, it just pulls it back. Gonna go check where that hit. So it hit right here. And I basically just waited until it was in that circle and shot. I'm also doing this freehand. So I'm happy with that. That's about a 2-inch circle. Now I want to tell you a little story on basically how this saved my life, or some potential damage. I was shooting this, bang, bang, click. And I could smell a little bit of gunpowder. It's like, Took it out. It had fired, but it was just a click. So I was wondering, is this one of those squid rounds or not? So, where this easily is able to unscrew, I unscrewed, and wanted to make sure the lead just didn't come out a little bit and stuck in the barrel. Well, it was stuck in the barrel. So if I would have just took that out, cycled another one and shot, potentially I could have blew up that barrel and into my face. So this here, of course, I would have checked it with, you know, bolt action and so on. But a lot of semis, I can't check the barrel like that. But of course, I would have stopped shooting anyhow. Although this one was easy. I just screwed off the barrel, tried to look through it, it was plugged. So, yeah, basically, it could have been a bad moment. So, I'm going to put the clip in, cycle her. She's loaded. It's on safe. Take a shot. Jeez. I'm not sure where that hit because it actually, the trigger actually went off quicker than it usually does. So we'll take another one. That there's pretty close on. Let's go take a look-see. So there's the second one right there. That first one, it actually went off a lot quicker. Like I said, sometimes you pull, and that one just, yeah, it went off really quick. So I wasn't quite ready for it. But as you see, the second one, right on the money. So this one here, like I said, I'm not sure if the red dot is still on or not, but I'm going to give it a try. Wow, I can just barely see that red dot. There we go. There we go, I can see it now. We'll give that a try. I didn't cycle the other one actually. I'm using Wildcats. Sometimes I find they don't work. That one actually bent. Yes, sir. Put that back on. Check this out. It actually bent that. Yes, sir. Ha! Let's go see where I hit. So like I said, it's not shooting on right now. I'll have to sight this in. I'll sight it in and come back. I have 3 bottles full of water out there, and I'm going to take one shot at each. Here's the little badger and the center bottle. That's a Full Metal Jacket. I see water just kind of oozing out. Full Metal Jacket, as you know, just pierces a hole. I have 3 bottles full of water out there, and I'm going to take one shot at each. Here's the little badger and the center bottle. So on further inspection, you can see I hit it right there, and it just, yeah, it blew it. Yep. Now, let's shoot this one with the Henry. So this here is the Henry. And lastly is the 64. Now this is sighted in, or was a second ago. Let me see how she works. There's one. I'm having a problem with these wildcats today. And there's two. So, would you choose the 64F, or the Henry, or the little Badger? That'd be up to you. But, as you've seen, I hit that bottle with each one of them, so I can definitely get game with them. Now, this has been a fun video. I hope you enjoyed it, and take care. Happy hunting.